You're watching Auto Detailing and Protection. The steps to detailing your car are pretty simple. It's usually around 11 or 12 steps, starting with wheels. Wheels always need a lot of focus, so that's step one. Then you have pre-cleaner, snow foaming, step three. Step four would be the contact wash with the 2-bucket method. Step 5 would be the decontamination stage. Then you have the drying, polishing, glaze, and prepping the surface. That's when you wax and seal or ceramic or graphene. Step 9. Step 10 is tire dressing and trim. And then lastly, the very last part of the detail would be cleaning the glass. I am inspecting the car right now to see what needs to be done, to see what type of wash it needs, whether it needs a deep cleaning wash, a maintenance wash, or decontamination before I do any paint corrections and anything such as that nature. That will also tell me what type of soap I should use and the steps of doing the rest of the car. A deep clean wash uses a strong citrus-based shampoo that helps break down heavy grime and contaminants. A maintenance wash is a routine method to maintain a coat of protection on the vehicle without stripping any consisting coating of protection on the car. A decontamination wash will strip any existing sealant, wax, or anything that is on the car. And then clay barring will remove embedded contamination. Before you coat and protect a car, you need to use a chemical to prep the surface. It's considered a surface cleaner. That way the chemicals of the coating will bond and stick to the car better. This video is mostly about how I was able to reverse engineer the corrosion on the chrome rims and how I was able to restore the chrome rims without the client having to rebuy them. It was a very long process, but I'm going to explain it to you. I first used Brake Buster on the rims because it typically does a great job removing brake dust. Unfortunately, it didn't do a good job today because it was not brake dust on the rims, it was corrosion. But anyways, Brake Buster does a great job with removing brake dust, oil, dirt, light corrosion without damaging the surface of the rims. It effectively breaks down and lifts up heavy brake dust. I prefer using LED lights over halogen lights because they provide like a mix of soft white and bright white LEDs, which help recreate the look of natural light. And because of having so many different paint colors that I work with, the light responds differently under certain tones, and you can kind of fine-tune the color temperature of the lighting to match your needs so you can see what you're actually doing. The main reason why I detail in my garage and I'm not mobile is because you really should never detail a car in the direct sunlight. I live in Florida. It gets really hot. It's very difficult working out in the heat. But because of the intense heat, it can cause detailing products to dry too quickly, which leads to uneven applications, water spots, streaks, and difficulty removing the product, which could potentially damage the paint's finish, essentially because of the heat from the sun. It also creates rapid drying, increased risk of damage, and it's just difficult to... I am a total geek when it comes to mixing chemicals and using chemicals and knowing what they do. So the reason why I brought up not working in the sun is because when you're applying chemicals in the sun, specifically its ultraviolet UV radiation, it can cause chemicals to break down and degrade through a process called photodegradation. I think I said that correctly, I'm not sure. Essentially, it alters the chemical structure by absorbing the energy from the sunlight, which then triggers chemical reactions within the molecule. This can happen with certain organic chemicals in sunscreen, where some may slowly degrade when exposed to UV light, while absorbing absorbing it to protect the skin. Key points of it is that the sun affects chemicals, oxidation, Sun often acts as a oxidizing agent, causing chemicals to react with oxygen in the air, leading to breakdowns and potential changes in their properties. What you just saw in the video is my findings after drying the car. I did another inspection and I found a lot of spots that needed a lot of attention that I needed to buff and polish out. The best way of getting scratches out of vinyl are, these the stripes that I'm working on right now in the video, is producing heat. If you can take a heat gun and just blow heat on it, a lot of times those stripes will auto-correct itself and disappear. I'm buffing and polishing them because I'm also buffing, polishing the car, which also produces heat, and that helps get the scratches out of it too. One of my favorite brands of lights that I use is Scan Grip. Scan Grip works great. You don't have to spend thousands of dollars on all the big setups. You can simply just put this headband on and do small sections of the car at a time. I use it every day. This car was hit by another red car and the owner didn't even know it. I was able to completely repair it and he had no clue. While doing another inspection around the car after fixing the front bumper, I found more places that needed to be buff and polished and more scratches. If you like this video, I am also on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and a lot of the other social media websites. I post some different content on those. But what would really help me out a lot is if you could just pause the video, like and subscribe, and leave a comment. Okay, so at this point, I've prepped the surface. I'm getting ready to tackle the rims even more. I have not coated the outside of the car yet, and I have help with detailing the inside of the car, and it's currently being steamed right now. I'm steaming everything. I always steam everything after I shampoo, vacuum a couple times until it's... Okay, let's talk about the rims. Brake Buster did not work. Iron X did not work. Vinegar was my next option. And then after vinegar, I used baking soda. And after baking soda, I used metal polish. And after metal polish, I used chrome polish. Vinegar has a lot of benefits. It can remove water spots and mineral deposits. It also acts as a cleaner and disinfectant. It removes dust, germs, bacteria, bugs, and other stuff. It does have some risks. It has some short-term exposure. It can weaken the protective coating on a car's paint. And if you continue to repeat it over and over again for a long period of time, it could strip away the clear coat. Over time, it could also lead to discoloration and make the paint susceptible to corrosion. Rubbing alcohol. Rubbing alcohol is also known as isopropyl alcohol, IPA. It's a very strong solvent. It's often used in car detailing to remove grease, wax, residue. I use that to prep before I coat with ceramic. Yeah, so it's essentially meant for prepping the paint for new coating, wax, ceramic sealants, by stripping away all the contaminants and all that other stuff on the paint clear coat. The chemical that I don't use is rim cleaners. Now let's talk about rim cleaners and why it wouldn't work in this situation. Well, a rim cleaner is a specialized cleaning product and it's designed to remove stubborn dirt, brake dust, road grime. Typically, it's a chemical formula that breaks down deposits without damaging the wheel surface, which then leaves them looking nice, clean, and shining. However, if you leave it on there too long, rim cleaner is basically an acid, and if you don't dilute it afterwards or dilute it properly, it could damage the rims, specifically aluminum and chrome. You want to avoid damaging and dilute the product so that it's not too strong and it damages it. You'll notice that I diluted and did it with a steamer. After I used all those chemicals, the metal polish, all that stuff, I realized that it was definitely acid and corrosion on the rims. I needed a break from cleaning the rims, so I went ahead and moved on to ceramic coating the outside of the car, where I found a couple spots that I missed and I had to go back and fix those as well. I really enjoyed detailing this Corvette today. It was so beautiful, and the carbon fiber on the roof and all that just made the detail more positive, more motivating, and more exciting to do a better job. So if you get on the internet and you research baking soda and getting corrosion off the rims, you'll realize that it says to mix it with water. I sprayed it on and then I rubbed it and it didn't really do much at all. I had to put the baking soda, after I did that, on my rag and rub it in like I was buffing and polishing. It does help out a lot. After I did that, everything came off completely almost. Rims are done. I'm diluting and getting all chemicals and everything off of the rims before I use the chrome polish. The coating that I use on the outside of this car is made by Adams. It is graphene and ceramic advanced spray. That is what I use on the Corvette. That is what I'm currently using on most of my car details. I love it. It looks great, does a great job, and it lasts for a couple of years. The rest of this video is just showing the results and the outcomes and the looks of this beautiful car inside of the garage, and then at the end of the video I show you a small clip of the outside when it's outside of the garage. I hope you liked the video. I hope you learned something. I hope you liked and subscribe and you comment. Ask me questions. If you need help, just reach out to me and I will answer and research and help you as much as I can. Lastly, before the end of the video, I just want to tell everybody thank you for watching. Thank you for keeping up and following me for so long. I recently have developed my own brand of chemicals, working with a chemist in a factory, bottling, labeling, and all of that. That will be in my next video, so stay tuned. And I've been testing these chemicals out that I'm bringing out on the market for over a year now, and I'm really excited for it, and I hope you give them a try. Thank you so much. Have a good day. I hope everything goes well in your life. And if you're a detailer, stay focused, keep grinding, and have a good day. Talk to you later. See you soon.